Okay, guys, we are live. I'm gonna try to set this up. This is a little bit of a tricky situation, just because I don't know where to put the camera. I'm actually not worried about the dogs, but I do want to take advantage of the fact that we have the schoolyard kids here, and we also have these guys here who are gonna be working. I want to say more or less for the first time around these distractions outside. So what I'm going to try to do, we're in a little bit of a cul-de-sac area, so there's not a lot of cars or anything that comes. What's up, Mr. Six? How are you? That come by. But what I'll try to do for you guys is I'm going to set it up like this. So you see the schoolyard is here. Got my man Charlie. We're live. Say what's up.
Hey, what's up?
Charlie, again, he just got hit, his Mustang, so he's getting that fixed next door. And we have these guys here. So I'll try and set this up for you guys so you can see them at the same time, not getting my my phone hit by any cars making U-turns or anything like that. So we'll leave you right over here. You see the schoolyard and everything over there. I think we are good. I'll take questions and everything a little bit later, but give me a moment, right? So we're gonna start. We'll go ahead and we'll call the bigger dog. Sophie, good girl. This guy made his mistake. So, we'll go ahead and adjust that. Sophie. What's up, brother? I'm watching. Actually, you guys gonna be there for a while? Alright, I gotta come through with try to keep her here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to call the other dog. Muffin, here. Good boy. Come on, Muffin. Good job. Good. Very nice. Go. Muffin, down. Guys, do a picture of this. Sophie, here. Good girl. Come on. Very nice. Muffin, here. Good boy. Come on, Muffin. This time I'll correct it. So if you heard a little vocalization, it's because he knew he was getting direction. The pressure is still exactly the same. Muffin is the girl that's loose and free with me. I'm going to down her over by you guys.
Listen,
Can
you train him? He's been a pain in my ass all the time.
No, we'll use it. This is all good. Say it again. Say it in the camera real quick.
Could you train this guy? Because he's been a pain in my ass all his life,
I
man.
tell you,
All the time, right?
Charlie and Charlie. And he just don't understand. I'm the original.
Yeah, just because he's older.
That's right, I am old.
So this is just some of the guys from the neighborhood that we know. The kids are going to be getting ready to get out of here. But yeah, we have like a lot going on. They're also looking out for me at the same time, making sure that cars aren't doing anything crazy. But we have this here. All right, we got this. Now, because this one's making the mistake once or twice, I actually want to work on it. I'm not upset or frustrated, but I'm going to call her a couple more times because I want him to stay. So it's a good thing that he's eager to recall because he wasn't a dog that enjoyed taking direction in general. So the fact that he wants to come is a great thing, but we do want to utilize or capitalize on the opportunity for him to kind of stay there. So I'm going to work her a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and we'll work him, right? Sophie here. Good girl. So good. Good. Down. Very nice. Let's go. Good girl. Sophie here. Good girl. Nope. Good job. Sit. Good. Watch this here. Sophie here. Let's go. Good girl. Nope. Beautiful opportunity here to call her. Gonna do the same thing. I want her doing something else. Sophie, let's go, girl. Good. Here. Good girl. Sit. Down. Very nice. Nope. Down. So you see the opportunity here. And that's the follow through. So this is some area where, you know what, I might even be able to keep the phone on me here in a second. But this is a situation where like her behavior is not bad, but you still want to follow through on that opportunity. Just because like she's down, she's taking direction, she's getting up, that's a very big one right there. Because basically what we're doing is we're taking all our indoor work, which is specific to a place, and now I'm having them work on the same behaviors, but there's no clear delineation of what they want to do, so that's an additional challenge. So I have to be like considerate as a dog trainer to understand that and not really drill them like, you guys should know this. They know what to do, they just don't know how to do it here. And dogs don't typically like generalize that way, so it's difficult, and this is the first time you're seeing it. One cool thing about you guys that follow Periscope is that we're doing a lot of this stuff for the first time, and you're seeing errors. You're not seeing perfection. It's easy to get perfection. I can work this once or twice and then decide to bring you guys along, but I want you to see everything from the beginning, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna keep working the same dog. I want that dog to stay. Sophie here, good girl. Nope. So I don't think that this dog is listening to the actual command, right? So what I'm gonna do, sit. Down. Good. Now we'll work on this again. Sophie here. Good girl. Come on. Very nice. Now we have this. So what I really want here is I want this one to stay. And then I'm gonna call this one as I walk over to you guys. Down. Okay. So we'll try this one more time. Even by everybody. Hopefully the other one stays. Sophie, here. Good girl. Now I'm also gonna do something a little bit different. Good. I'm going to reward that, acknowledge that, and I'm gonna move her out of the way real quick. Sophie, come here, go. Down. Good. Make sure everybody's safe. Sophie here. Good girl. Come on. Good job. Sit. Down. Good. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna call the other dog. Muffin, here. Good boy, Muffin. Come on, buddy. You can see there was a little bit of hesitation in him because he wasn't sure if he was supposed to come or not. But now we have this. Down. Good job, buddy. Sit. Good. Down. Very nice. Nope. Down. Good. Another thing that's important is buttons aren't just going on. I'm also not continuing to move when I see an error. My body is matching what it is that I want. So that way if I move away and she was going or he was going to move, I can actually stop him, right? That's important. I'm gonna walk over this side here. Got this girl here. Down. And then we're gonna call my man Muffin again. Muffin here. Good boy. Come on, Muffin. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Come on. Sit. Good. Down. Very nice. Yes. Awesome. Awesome. So we're gonna try this again when we call her. Down. And hopefully this one will sing. Sophie, here. Nope. That time, very good. See, I stopped. There's no reason to correct at that point. I don't have to step in. The dog made the error because I was able to interrupt. Now I'll continue with this one. Sophie, here. Nope. So this is hard. We'll continue to work on this, right? We're gonna do that one more time. Sophie, let's go. Come on, girlfriend. Girl. Girl. Try this one more time. Sophie, here, good girl. There we go. Boom. See, this was making a mistake. Now I need to help him because he doesn't get it. So I need to be a little bit firmer, right? So we're gonna try it again. Sophie, good girl. Good girl. Come on. So good. So good. Good. We're gonna do it one more time, right? I really want this guy to stay now. Come on, Sophie. Good girl. Nope. Down. Sophie here. Muffin. No. Down. So one of the bigger issues that I realize now is that he's hearing here. He's not paying attention to his name. So we're going to try it again. I'm going to bring you guys a little closer because it might be hard to see there. Come on, Sophie. Whoa. Let's see where we are. So practice makes perfect, right, guys? You guys are seeing it here. I'm going to move this over. The school kids are gone. Because we don't use stay. Stays implied, stays automatic, right? We also have some other dogs coming, so this would be an opportunity where I can go ahead and I can call Sophie, or Muffin rather. Muffin, here, come on. Oh, good job. Let's go. And I can get him over here out of the way. Oh, sorry, buddy. Down. Of some, you know, maybe like potential trouble, or maybe those dogs don't do so well, or maybe they're good, but like Muffin's nervous or something. I can just get him out of the way. Down. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move this over here. Stays implied, right? We don't want dogs assuming. I shouldn't have to tell you. If I tell you to down, you down until. And that's basically what we teach. So what we're going to do, Muffin. Oh, that was my mistake that time. Down. Good. Sophie, here. Muffin. No. Down. Sophie. Here. Good girl. So I have to really now edit myself and work on my distance because it was too much for him. Even though she's being a rock star, he's doing good. He's just not used to working around other dogs and hearing the here commands when I'm giving it to another dog. So technically he's not being bad, he just needs a little more help. So I want to really, really slow this down a little bit. I hope you guys can hear me okay. So we're gonna do this again. Oh, Muffin. Ah, see, that's my fault. That's my fault. Down. But also at the same time, Muffin shouldn't be recall. Muffin should be yes. What is it that you want, right? So, Sophie here. Good. Sit. Very good. Sophie here. Good girl. So even though I want her to be a little more enthusiastic, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna help my guy Muffin out, because I really don't want him to make the error. So I want him to be exactly like that, comfortable to be relaxed instead of worried that I maybe called him and like he didn't come or something like that, right? So we'll do it again. Sophie, here, good. Nope, down. Good. Sophie. Good girl, come on. So Sophie's actually really helping us out and getting some basic training in at the same time. Sophie, here. Good girl. Very nice. Good job. Mixing up some food. Come here. Let's go. Down. Now we're gonna put them into this down here for a second. Muffin down. Good. Sophie down. Good. And one of the main reasons is because now we actually down have another like dog that's coming similar to last time. So holding the position should be like nothing new for them. It should be pretty like automatic. That way we can help like the walker, because this is the thing. In like New York City, you don't know. Like that dog could be super friendly. The dog might not be like friendly. She might be nervous of them. So I want to make sure that like I'm a responsible dog owner and like I don't have them just randomly running up like off leash, right? So they actually wouldn't be outside if they were at the point where they couldn't hold that, right? The reason we're also working on this is because we know what is a challenge, and this is a challenge for them. So I'm going to try to set this up here this time. And we'll see if we can work on this really quickly. So we'll do it again. Sophie, here. Good girl. Good job. Thanks so much. Very good. Good. And then we're going to give the same challenge to her. Now that he's been successful, I'm also going to go ahead and let him know I like what he's doing. I want him to keep that up. Really good. I'm going to end on one positive note here for her, and then we're gonna finally give him what he's been waiting for, right? So Sophie, here, good girl, come on, sit, good, down, very nice. And then let me change the angle for you guys a little. I'll take Q&A in just a moment. We'll turn this way, and now we're gonna go ahead and work on the dog who's been waiting pretty patiently. Muffin, here. Good job. Come on, Muffin. See, that's a little curiosity. It's like, oh, I'm not sure. Muffin, good boy. Good boy. So good. The cool thing is that time, I don't know if you guys were able to see it, we have a dog that was paying attention. He was like, was that for me? And that's what you want to see. If there's like unsurety or nervousness, you have a dog that's actually thinking. So as long as I can follow through and say, no, that's right, or no, yeah, that was a good job, that was a good choice to actually think, pay attention to that, now we have the wheels turning. So I'm going to do the same thing again. Down. This time my body language is going to help. So I was making it a little difficult when they were next to each other. I'm going to call this dog. My body is not facing, right? And I got to think about the name sometimes. Sophie, here. Good. Nope. Down. Good. Good girl. So good. Sophie. Muffin. No. Down. Good. Sophie. So this is something that we'll work on. I'm going to do it one more time. Sophie, here. Good. No. Hey. Down. Good job. So that was actually pretty important because, again, a couple things. We have a dog that doesn't like taking direction, a dog that would redirect on direction. So the fact that I'm able to do that, he's like, oh, okay, cool. Now we'll work on Sophie. Sophie. Good girl. Very nice. Try this one more time really quickly. Sophie. Good girl. Now I'll go ahead and I'll call my guy. Muffin. Here. Muffin. Good boy. Good boy. So good. So you can see there's a lot that we need to work on. Good. But we're also taking like the perfection of indoor behavior and now looking to challenge it more. I mean, it could be pretty easy with the indoor video and make myself look like an awesome, hey, look at that. Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Muffin, here. Good. Sit. Good, down. Good. Let's try this one more. Nope, down. Good. Yeah, well, it's not really play. It's more he's learned here. This is a dog that like didn't want to really like listen for like stuff like that unless, and this is actually more beneficial. The fact that I can give him direction when he's doing something wrong and he's not taking it personal, that's actually more of an important learning experience for him, because this is a dog that like if he thought he wanted this or he was doing this and you were going to go against that, that's when you saw his trouble. So the fact that like I can actually interrupt and he's cool with it and he's starting to learn, that's when, let's see if we can get where we need to here. Is Sophie a dog you're training? Actually, they're both training. They're both here actually for board and train. She was having some aggression issues. He was having some territorial aggression issues as well. So let's try and go ahead and call Sophie. Here. Good girl. Nope. See, that's the here that this guy's hearing. So I want to make sure that we're ranging from like a 7 to like a 12. No, yeah, she's doing really, really good. If you follow a lot of our, you can see our Periscope sessions that were live. Catch.me records them, and you can see where she was. No, we're not holding pressure all the way. I actually did another session before that explained where we hooked it up to a CB radio, so you knew exactly what was going on. But here's another example again. And you can see right there, they're just hanging out, being really, really polite. Yeah, this is pretty good. And it was a little bit tough because I had to focus on some more stuff. If we really had, oh, here's Andrew. So this is even better. So Cole's another dog. No, actually, Cole was pretty much being a rock star. And there's a couple of reasons why. He had a place target, and he knew to stay on there. So I mean, it was relatively easy. Now there's a lot of things that change. Even though you have a dog that is successful inside, it's pretty easy for them to struggle when the environment changes and things are going on. And you got to consider, like, we had a lot going on. We had like all these people walking by. We had the cars here. We were in the street. We had the kids and everything. So it's really hard to learn to focus and listen on your name. But that's also why we're doing it, right? We're not like bringing them into areas and like drilling them on things that are easy, because that's not why they're here. They're here to be pushed and to be challenged, right? Down. So I'll do a little bit of a Q&A. We're gonna let them rest. Oh yeah, the distractions, everything's a distraction, right? And it's not just like people and stuff, because they can hold like a place and not distracted by like other things like that. Is there something that you wanted to add, or you just came out because you saw us? Yeah, so Andrew actually might be able to help us a little bit here in a second if we end on a good note and do a little bit of a recall. Now that the kids are gone, we actually might go inside in a little bit, but we also have another dog too. So dogs are passing by. Cole's doing pretty solid. Anything you wanted to add, or you're pretty good? Okay, the one thing I might actually ask for a little bit of help with. Oh, did she ask a great question? Yeah, let's see that question. We'll do a quick Q&A. Well, the best way to work on distractions. When I say nope to Muffin, yeah, I am stimming, because he's at the point where he knows that. So we're also doing a lot of holding on lower levels, not like higher like Pops just yet, because this is still new. The best way to work on distractions is to teach the dog what you would rather them doing, and drill what they should do, what they should do, what they should do. Then you can work on the distractions, and that's when the note comes into play, when you want to proof it, right? At this point, I'm fine with that, as long as they're holding it. Eventually, when it becomes, because it's something that's new, and they want to make sure they're not missing any type of cue, because odds are they're... Yes, ma'am, you got it. How long do I have before they come through? You got it. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. We actually have some more kids that are coming out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take advantage of this, and I'm going to call them over this way, right? So Muffin, here. Sophie, here. Good job. We got these guys coming over. I'm actually going to sit and down them here. Sit. Good. Down. Good. Muffin, sit. Good. Down. Very nice. And what makes it even better, we have more dogs, more kids, so you're going to get to see this. On this note, and I'll try again to work on this stuff later, because these guys are pretty pooped, and that was a lot, but it is nice for them to just kind of hang out here. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, guys. This is you guys wanted to see some of the stuff that's not perfect and how we work on it, and this is what we do, you know what I mean? So I'm sure like probably maybe one more session, maybe 2 more sessions, like they would be perfect, and people would be like, oh my gosh, how'd you get them there? This is how we got them there. And then I might consider bringing out a placemat to make it easier for Muffin, because Muffin has a clear delineation of like what to stay on, so he knows, oh, okay, this is what we want, and that's how we can help to transfer it to outside, right? So this is what we have going on here. The kids don't know, but I would tell them, right? So it's also my job to advocate for them and make sure they feel safe, right? So this is what we have going on. What's up, buddy? All right. So this is pretty much it. And what we'll do now is go ahead and feed this guy too. Let them know we like it. Really, really important. Cole's hanging out. Cole was with us. He got kicked out of daycare for dog aggression issues and biting the assistant and stuff. So he's just hanging. He's finally learning to relax. That's really, really important. Good job. Yeah, they are doing pretty good. I'm pretty happy. If you guys have any questions, I know I was missing it before. I'll definitely take some questions now before we head back in. But if you guys are sticking around, the 18 of you that are here, heart away, guys. Heart. Don't forget that you can share this even if they have to replay. Tap that little person in the corner. You can share it, invite people, tap the screen for hearts. We appreciate the hearts. Oh yeah, Muffin's poop. This is great because then we can go inside. We can put them downstairs for a little, work a couple more dogs, and then bring them all back up for a socialization inside and hang out. The same way I would handle it if this dog broke when I was calling Sophie. That's also the reason for the long lines. Even though we haven't used them, we also have that to step on, and I also have the remote. So this is something that's pretty important. Before I ever considered working out here, I'm in a position where I know that the dogs have been successful doing this in general, being successful, right, inside on basic levels, around distractions that we create around food, other dogs, all of that stuff. Oh yeah, man, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys hearting and sharing this all the way, so I'm glad you enjoy it. But I wouldn't drill this out here if they couldn't do this away from these distractions and stuff, right? So that's pretty important. Like, these guys are already at the point where they're rocking it inside. They're rocking it with the distractions that we're creating, replicating when we're running around while other dogs are playing. So now we just take that fundamental that okay, you guys know how you do this in here really good when other dogs are playing and stuff, and people are like at the windows and everything. I expect you to do it here also. And that's why we have the long lines. Even though I was pretty confident that I wasn't really going to be using the long lines, I didn't need to. It's there for safety purposes because we are, you know, here in the streets. Even though this is a really dead block, there's a lot of things going on. There's construction in the background, you know, there's all of that. Here, Andrew's here. He's going to drop some knowledge as well.
All right, there it goes. One thing I wanted to mention is that not all dogs can go from just no distractions to this much distractions. We only do this if we think we're going to be successful with this many distractions. A lot of dogs would fail if we sort of flood them with all this stuff that's going on. And if you struggle to if you have your dog listening to you inside but not outside, chances are you need to break it down a little bit more. And
I want to show this real quick. Hold on.
Yeah. There's a lot going on.
What's up? Oh, these kids running around. I'm sorry, I cut them off. I just needed you guys to see that.
So yeah, we don't flood every dog with distractions. If they were failing at this, we would break it down into smaller steps, maybe less distractions, and have them succeed with not such a busy environment before we throw them up in here. If you experience failure with your dog, chances are you need to break it down into smaller steps and get success that way, and then build on that success. But if you know dogs and you work with dogs every day like us, and you feel dogs out and you're confident that they can skip a couple steps, then we'll do it. But we had a good feeling that the dogs would be able to do this.
Cool. So I'm gonna do one thing really quick. I've been wanting to call Sophie a little bit more excited, but she was really helping us with Muffin at this stage. Check this out. This is her go-to, like, everywhere. It doesn't matter where. So I'm gonna actually try and get a really excited recall out of Muffin. Andrew, could you do me a favor and just hold on out of Sophie? Sorry, hold on to Muffin. That way, you know, I can really get her going. Around other dogs, there's a couple ways to do it. So a lot of times people want to proof around dogs. They want to bring their dog to a dog park. Sometimes it's as simple as mastering the walk, right? So like if your dog is struggling with other dogs, like distractions and stuff, mastering the walk where you teach a dog to not be concerned. More people think that you have to introduce them to every single dog, but the problem with that, and this is also why we don't always use food when dogs are amplified on the walk. You see us using a lot of food all the time, but on the walk you don't see us really trying to shape with food, because a lot of times food can bring this, okay, I want to do that type of energy and mental state, and when dogs are already over concerned, they're already there, and that's the thing, that's the very thing that I'm trying to change. So if food is like really helping to kind of create this, yeah, you can maybe distract a dog for a little bit, but you're not really necessarily necessarily teaching them don't do that. Like, food might come later on. You know what I mean? Once we get the mental state to change, then I want to reward that, right? So let's see where we are here. You can see this here. You can see all of this here. Sophie, here. Good girl. Come on, girl. Yeah. Shake it off. Very nice. Oh, Andrew, you stepped on the leash. Come here. There we go. Yes. Who bites when he touches her paws? Yeah, you got to counter condition that. So you definitely want to capitalize on feeding time as well, because that's a great opportunity, right? Yeah, the belly up is really funny with this dog. So sit. Good. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna call her again. Walk by all of this, even though she's looking over there, right here. Sophie, here. Good girl. There we go. This is what I wanted. Oh, good girl. Very nice. Very nice. That's pretty much it, guys. So we're gonna end this. As far as that dog that doesn't like the paws, that's how that dog eats. A little bit of a touch, you feed. A little bit of a touch, you feed. Yeah, sure, definitely. There's a couple things. I do have a video on YouTube called, there's 2 parts. It's called State of Mind Conditioning. And that's really important. No, you see that we're feeding them throughout. This is actually their mealtime. They're also at a point too, I didn't feed them for every single one, because we are starting to kind of fade that out and getting them to regularly take direction without knowing if they're gonna get food or not. And then like they'll get rewards in other ways. Penny went home. Penny went home Monday. I think Monday. I forget my days. Yeah. So we're gonna be working with her. We're really gonna be helping the owner. She's a bit more of a difficult dog. And some dogs are difficult, and they're owners that are going to need more help just in general, especially with her. So we want them to be around us a bit more, right? The website is dctcanine.com. Stands for Dream Come True, letter K, number 9. You can also find us on YouTube, on Instagram, here on Periscope, Facebook. We are all over the place, right? So that is it, guys. I appreciate it. Oh, from Maui. All right, I got to do a seminar out there. That's one of the next places we're looking at. I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to be doing our Understanding Canine Behavior seminars with Tyler Muto. We're probably going to do 1, maybe 2, one in Niagara, New York, and then I'm going to look to do 1, maybe 2 private 2-day seminars. But I need the venue, so I got to be contacted for that. All right, guys. Take care.